We hear a lot about Heat culture under Pat Riley as a coach and executive. Like I said, you played under Pat Riley when you were with the Heat. You were very vocal during the Jimmy Butler saga in South Beach. But we got to know, what really is Heat culture and what separates it from the rest of the league?
You got to have a mind. You got to have a strong mind for Heat culture. You got to understand that this is not playtime. This is serious time. When you walk into that arena, all the other bullshit is out the door. We here for business. We here to win. Like Pat, you'll come into practice and you know it's just serious. But see, me personally, I like that. I like to be prepared. I like to be ready.
Yeah.
I like structure. I like that. And when every time somebody leaves, they be like, damn, you know what? I fucked up. I should have shut my mouth up and stayed because I'm missing this structure. But it's not like he instills it in you, because when you get there, you already know it's about business. It is about paying attention to detail. I just love going to practice. I love how he went about his business around there. And it's going to be his way. It's not going to be your way. It's not going to be your way. It's not going to be your way. Now, if you got 1 foot in and 1 foot out, it's not going to benefit you. Okay? You got to be all in. If you all in, you could deal with all the other shit. But if you 1 foot in and 1 foot out, you're going to always be skeptical, and you're going to always, you're not going to win, basically. And you're not going to get what you want. And you're not going to be out there playing for a great organization. So when you said Pat stunts people's their growth, now with practice for 2.5 hours every day, yeah, sometimes I didn't agree with it. All right? Like in the playoffs, we going deep in the playoffs. Yeah, I didn't agree with it. But when you talk to Magic, you talk to Kareem, you talk to Big Game James, and you talk to Byron Scott before all this happens, you be like, damn, they did it. And they won. How come we can't do it? So it's a lot of things go hand in hand. And I do agree with you. And sometimes I was like, damn, I don't want to practice today. Yeah. But we was always ready. But we always ran. You're going to always, in the East, it was always that one fucking team. Goddamn Bulls. Goddamn Bulls. I mean,
man.
With Reggie Miller, Patrick Ewing, us, Orlando Magic when Mike was right. Mm-hmm. Everybody. I mean, that motherfucker, that motherfucker was nice.
Still having bad dreams.
Hey, man, that's why he got 6 rings with no losses.
So, question for the rest of the couch. Do you believe that Pat Riley can relate to this generation of players? Obviously, it's a different league nowadays.
No, he couldn't.
No.
And that was my argument. Like, this is not the 90s.
Right, or the 80s.
Right? This is not the New York.
No.
Right? Those personalities.
Right.
This is not your Miami team.
Right.
Right? These are pampered kids now.
Correct.
And I'm like, well, the Bobby Knight, that whole mindset, you're clashing with these kids, right? They if you piss them off, they want to leave. You took my cookies, I want to go. You don't give me my parking space, I'm out of here, right? The money doesn't actually matter to this group. And I don't think the older generation understands that. Once I get the $200 million the first time, that second $200 million, that's irrelevant.
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. You can't use that leverage against me. So it's now about, like, are you feeding my little needs? I mean, you've been around, you know that a player will literally leave because he didn't get the locker he wanted.
True.
I'll turn down $100 million because I want that parking space. You gave it to somebody else. it's that simple. When you see people leave
That's true.
teams, it don't be nothing serious. Not to lose $100 million, it be just, we'll regret it later. Like, oh man, I shouldn't have left. That was crazy as hell.
What I was mad with Jimmy is you under contract. You still under contract, okay? And you jeopardizing. You trying to get back at Pat, but you're not getting back at Pat. You hurting your teammates. You're hurting your teammates. Them guys coming in and work every day, and they expect you to work every day, and you crying because he told you no. But you under contract. Only thing he wanted you to do is play more games. That's all he wanted you to do, is play more games. I don't want to be in the play-in games anymore. I want to be in the playoff and have a week off, and I want to prepare and be ready for our opponent, and we'll be fresh. Jimmy didn't want to do that. Jimmy wanted to do what he continued to do, take games off. He wasn't hurt.
But
he was just taking games off.
do you agree when he asked for help, he didn't get it? Like when he went in there and asked for help, he took him all the way to the finals, and you come in and ask Pat, I need help. And Pat said no, just.
Well, I mean, who was he gonna get? I mean, who
Dame Lillard, Bradley
He tried
Beal?
to get Dame Lillard, but you know who they wanted? They wanted Ty Hero. They wanted Adebayo. They wanted some draft picks. All right, we trading the whole team for Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
He is not gonna give up
Yeah.
the whole team
Yeah.
for Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
First of all, he's not gonna give up a Kentucky guy.
Yeah.
That's the real
Two
thing.
Kentucky guys. He is not going. You got to remember, them two guys are from Kentucky. He's not gonna trade no Kentucky guy. Understand that.
But not for anybody, or just not for Dame.
Now, not for anybody.
Okay.
But remember I said that.
So I agree with him wanting to leave then, Miami. I mean, if you're not going to bring in no help, I mean.
No,
Well, I mean, but he's not going to outsource himself. Just like Jimmy Butler. If I don't get what I want, why should I give him up? I got to get something back in return. Now he got some stuff back in return. You know, Wiggins, you got to play. You know, other people you got to play.
Yeah.
You know, I like what they did after the playoffs. I mean, after the this break, they gonna come back. They gonna be ready. The Heat.
Remember I said that. I said if I'm Portland and Dame wants to go, then I'm gonna take Bam, Hero, and somebody else. Dame and Jimmy by themselves, that doesn't do anything. So I'm gonna take the rest of the team, and that was like if the trade doesn't happen, is because Miami's asking for too much. No, I mean Portland's asking for too much.
But who did they get back? I forgot.
Who?
They get? Portland from Milwaukee.
They got
It was like a three-team trade. They got somebody from
Drew Holiday.
Washington.
They got
Drew
Drew
went to-
Holiday.
Yeah.
And they lost Drew Holiday, so they didn't get shit, basically.
Yeah, so Drew went to Boston, remember?
Yeah, so 3-team trade, Blazers, Suns, and Bucks. The Bucks got Dame. Blazers got DeAndre Ayton, Kamar, Drew Holiday, first-round pick, 2 first-round swaps. Then the Suns got Grayson Allen, Keon Johnson, Nasir Little, and Yusuf Nurkic. So